Hey you guys, it's Jessica here. My username is Jessica Expanded, and today is Sunday, October 6th, 2013, and I'm here to do an update for my lap band. I'm about 14 months post-op lap band. I was banded on August 9th, 2012. So just over a year ago, and these past few months have flown by for me. I've been super busy. So my starting weight was 198 pounds. I am 5'2", and when I left for vacation, I was 166.6 pounds, which is about the same as what I was 1 year post-op. So that was about like 33 pounds down from my starting weight. And I left up for my vacation on September 10th. I got back on September 26th. So that was about a week and a half ago. And I got back and I maintained my weight over the holiday at 166.6. With that being said, before I left on my vacation, I mentioned this in my last video, I did get a unfill. I really needed it. I didn't just get it for my vacation. I did need it. I was having trouble and I was having some pain, and I just was not doing very well with my band being so tight. But with that being said, I think that I got a little too much of an unfill because on my vacation and now I can eat basically whatever I want. I definitely can't eat as much as I used to before I was banded, I think, but really I can just basically eat and eat and eat like any normal person would. So while I was in Peru, I was actually very happy that I did have the unfill, not because I was pigging out, but because I got very sick. I had a parasite on the second day I was there, and I was vomiting, and my stomach was just a mess. It was like, oh gosh, it was just so bad. I was actually on an airplane. Hold on one sec. Sorry about that. Yeah, we were flying from Lima to Arequipa, and I was in the bathroom the whole 2-hour flight. So it was pretty bad. And I missed that whole day, and I had to go on antibiotics, a bunch of stuff. But the fact that I was vomiting was very scary for me because I haven't done that since I had my lap band. No matter how hungover I've been, no matter how sick I've been, I haven't actually vomited from stomach problems. And that really scared me because if you think about the structure of your band, you know, whatever is going on down here in like your main stomach is what is trying to come back up. So it's not about what's in your pouch, because whatever's in your pouch, like you can have PBs and it can like come back up and you can like slime and all that. But if you think about actually being sick, it's whatever is in your actual stomach that is wanting to come back up. So it actually has to go back up through your band and then up your esophagus and out of your mouth. So if you think about it, it's scary to think that because it can really do a lot of damage to your band and your stomach when that happens. So it was scary for me, but it also put me at ease because I did have the unfill, not a complete unfill, but a pretty significant unfill. So I felt okay about it, and it ended up being okay. But while I was there, got sick on the second day. The doctor came out to see me, and he said, well, it's really mostly about your immune system. You have to be really careful about what you eat, obviously, and what you drink, because the water there is contaminated. So, and a lot of the food that they eat is actually washed in the water, which makes it contaminated more. So basically he told me, after I was sick and I was put on antibiotics, the doctor told me that I needed to go on a very plain diet. I couldn't eat any of the local food. He told me I could eat rice, toast, plain pasta, potatoes, plain potatoes, and like crackers. And I said, I don't eat those things. And he's like, well, you're going to have to, because there's nothing else you're going to be able to eat. You're gonna get sick again. And so it scared me. But I did end up eating all of those carbs because I was so busy on the trip. We were hiking, we were traveling, like you didn't know the next time you were gonna eat, like just a bunch. I was just so busy that I had to have those calories. So all I ate was carbs, and I was actually able to eat those carbs because my band had been significantly unfilled. And I really hated eating those things while I was doing it. I felt like crap. Not like, even when I was better after being sick, I felt like crap because I was eating so many carbs. So that was really interesting. I felt like my stomach just felt really big, like I felt bloated and gross. And when I came back, even though I weighed the same weight as when I left, I just felt disgusting. I posted a picture on my Instagram of like my updated pictures, and the pictures do look okay. Like, I'm very proud of how far I've come, and I like the way I look. But for me and my body, I can just tell like that I was puffy around the middle, my face was puffy, those kind of things. And I feel like I was going backwards. But I was also on holiday, and I'm not worrying about it that much. And I just want to say, so as I was saying, I was very, very sick on my trip. After the whole gastrointestinal stuff, I had the flu. And so it's like I was sick the whole entire time. But it was also like the best trip I've ever been on. I missed my boyfriend and I missed my dog. Mostly my boyfriend, like terribly, terribly bad. I was gone for 2.5 weeks and I just missed them so much. But it was so amazing. Like I saw so many just unbelievable things there, and all of the locals were so nice. It was like the most down-to-earth, friendly people I've ever met in all of my traveling. Like, I traveled all over Europe and all over the US, and like being in a country, in a more impoverished country, but seeing how happy people are, it just kind of puts things into perspective. So it was really, really cool. And, I went to Machu Picchu, and that's just unbelievable. Like, I can't even believe that is still standing. Like, it's a miracle that the Spanish didn't get to it before all of us were able to see it and learn more about it. And I just saw so many amazing things. If you're my friend on Facebook, you can look at my pictures. They're really cool. My username on Facebook is Jessica Cakes banded, 2 words. So you should go check that out, and friend me if you haven't. Also, you can add me on Instagram. My username on there is jessicakes88. And just a side note, if you want to friend me on Instagram, totally fine. I don't care what your username or your handle is. That's fine with me. But I'm not open about having the lap band actually on my Instagram. But on my Facebook, it's fine. Anyway, that's besides the point. Okay, so I came back from my trip, and I got a email from my boss, and she said, well, the pool where I work is actually going to be closed for another week because we didn't get approved by the health board to reopen, because we had been closed for a little bit. So it was going to be closed for another week. So I got home. So I basically had a week and a half between now and the time I got home from Peru. So I saw my boyfriend, and I went a little crazy because I was back on U.S. territory. I knew I could eat without getting sick. I knew I could eat without having band problems. And I was just kind of celebrating. So I've been eating pizza and sushi and sandwiches, like whole deli sandwiches. Like, it takes me a while, but I did it. And, like, I'm not sure, like, I honestly don't feel guilt about it, but I also know that I have to get back on track, or else it's just going to spiral out of control, because I got back. I don't have my appointment to get a fill for another week and a half from now. So it's just like, I've been pretending like I don't have the lap band. And I don't think I've been going completely out of control, but I've not been doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And it's amazing to me that I can just go right back to it. Like, burritos, rice, sushi, sandwiches. Like, it's just, I don't know why I'm doing it, but it actually makes me happy. And I'm like, that's not good that I'm, like, happy that I can do these things again. Like, I should be at the point where it's like, I don't need that stuff. Like, that was in my past, blah, blah, blah. But, like, it's not yet. So I do know that I need to go get a fill. But, so the past week and a half, since I've been back in San Francisco, I also had a friend from Australia come up, and I was, like, doing sightseeing with her, and yeah, so just a lot of eating in the past week and a half. Even though I had maintained my weight when I got home from Peru, I believe this past week and a half I've gained probably a significant amount of weight, like maybe 2 or 3 or 4 pounds. Oh, and pizza, like, not pizza how I used to eat it, where I just ate the cheese, like maybe 1 or 2 pieces of just the cheese and the toppings, but, like, now it's like slices of pizza. Like, it's crazy. So I'm sure I've gained a few pounds since then, but going back to work tomorrow, I have my meal plan set up, I have my exercise routine set up. So basically, I've treated this past entire month as a holiday, even though I've been home part of the time. So tomorrow, getting back on track. Doesn't matter if I don't have a fill yet. I just need to start eating better, getting back into my exercise routine and everything. Also, another side note about getting an unfill and eating those things that I was eating. One, you get addicted to them again. When you go without eating them for a while, it's not a big deal. But once you start, it's like every day I wanted something. And it was really hard to not have things that were so carby. And also, when I ate, there were no hard stops. And there weren't even really soft stops. For those of you who don't know, a hard stop is when you're eating with the lap band and it's like, it gets stuck, basically. It's just like, no, you're done. A soft stop is when you like are starting to feel full, but it's a different kind of full than what you would have felt before. It's kind of just like you start to feel pain, so you know to stop, or you get hiccups or whatever. It's different for different people. But since I had my unfill, I'm at 5.5 cc's now. And I did not have a hard stop or a soft stop since I got the unfill. And I actually feel that like full belly feeling, like after you've eaten a big meal, where you feel full and you're in pain, kind of, but it's not the same pain. It's not the same pain as what you feel if you are full with the lap band. And for some reason, I like that feeling. It just reminded me of like when I didn't have the lap band. And that's another thing that's scary to me. It's like, why do I like that feeling of being so full that I just want to take a nap? Like, I don't know why I like it. I think it's comforting to me, and it's something I was used to for a very long time. And like feeling that again, I get this like weird, freakish, like sick happiness from it. And that's when I know there's a problem. So I'm definitely going to get back on track, and I'm definitely going to go get another fill slowly and gradually to where I feel is good for me again. So I will definitely be updating you guys, and I'll be posting on my Instagram, maybe on my Facebook. I don't post too much on my Facebook, but I'll definitely be posting on Instagram. So glad to be back. Please feel free to leave comments or questions or concerns. And I will talk to you all later. Bye.